Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's 9 a.m. Tuesday, July 2nd, 2020. Good morning, good morning. If you're here, thank you very much. If you're watching replay, also thank you very much. This is the part most people see on replay. I'm running a few seconds behind today, so I'm getting on my iPad over here to see if I can see myself and see if I can see comments. Yay, I can. Okay, I see someone's watching. Yay. So say hi as you guys come on. My name is Jennifer Cotton. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And that means that I teach people how to make cards, make scrapbook pages, make gift packaging, and more, home decor, all kinds of stuff with stamps, ink, paper, accessory, all kinds of things. Good morning, Jen. And of course, you can purchase these products from me. Hey, Stacy in Florida, good morning. And let's see, what else? I have ordering specials. I have classes I offer. Currently, they're all offered to go. Hey, Laura in California. Stacy, thank you for sharing. Good morning, Kathy. Good to see you. So that's me. I've been doing this Stampin' Up demonstrator for almost 19 years now. My contact is messed up this morning. And I do it as a full-time job. So when you guys comment, that helps me. Teresa said Facebook's kicking her off this morning. That's not good. That helps my business. Ooh, Catherine's up. So thank you very much for commenting. And when you share the video, that helps me. Now today is July 2nd, so it's my monthly news. So I have two prizes for today. One for commenting on the video and one for sharing. Hot tomato. I wonder if you meant tamale. But thank you, Teresa. So two different prizes today that you can be entered for. If you say hi, comment, whatever, you'll get entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today, which I think are really cute. And then if you share the video and make sure, like Trudy just did, that you say shared, so I will know, then you will be entered to win these new Greenery embossing folders from Stampin' Up. It's a set of 2 when you purchase it. They're currently, I just went online and made notes. They're currently low inventory. So, no, not that. Sorry. They're currently back ordered, but only until July 13th. So, they're coming back. And these are not the ones you'll win. You'll win a brand new pack. These are mine. So that's for sharing. If you comment, you'll win the 3 cards I make today. So, let me catch up here for a second. I know a lot of you guys came on. Stacy shared, thank you. Barbara Ragsdale, good morning. Hey, Kelly, good to see you. Happy birthday. Today's Kelly's birthday. If everybody wants to say happy birthday to Kelly Pate. 10 a.m. in Georgia. Awesome, Maryland. Hey, Margie in Virginia Beach. Good morning. Catherine's awake. Yay. Let's see who else. Joni, good morning. Thank you for sharing, Trudy. Hey, Pat, thanks for sharing. Hi, Helen and Peggy. Thanks for sharing, Teresa and Laura. And good morning, Gloria. Okay, so what you'll be entered to win if you comment. I'm trying to remember. Okay, I said it wrong though. I said the prize is wrong. I forgot it's different for the monthly. So if you comment on the video today, you will be entered to win a really cute class kit that I don't have here to show you because it's all at Landa's house being cut. Happy birthday, Kelly. So I'm going to show you an old one. But the class kit that you'll be entered to win for commenting today is 4 cards using the Jar of Flowers stamp set. You'll get a PDF tutorial and you'll get a roll of ribbon, not this ribbon. It's daffodil ruched ribbon. So the class kits look very similar to this though. You have your card bases in the back. We cut, die cut, emboss, everything we can possible. We put each card in its own envelope so that you know I only need these pieces to make that card, and so on. And then you get a PDF tutorial. And then it will also include ribbon, a roll of ribbon that you'll use to make your cards. This is a past kit, and this is a random roll of ribbon I grabbed off my shelf that was unopened, just to give you an example. But what these kits are is every single month I have an online ordering special for anyone who places an online order in my store for $25 or more with the monthly host code, which is just some numbers and letters that you enter in the shopping bag page. And you'll see it when I point the camera down, but it'll be posted in this video, and it's been emailed out, and it's on my blog. So you will receive the class kit if your order's 25 or more for the month. And then if it's 50 or more, you also get a free full accessory. So that was that kit I just told you that you can win for commenting today was for June's orders. So that's why it's Atlanta's being cut, and then we will mail them hopefully this week or early next week to everyone who ordered last month online, and then email you the tutorial. This month, the stamp set that the kit will use if you order online with all that stuff is Prized Peony, which I keep saying that word wrong, peony. So you'll stamp and assemble with this stamp set, but we'll cut, die cut, emboss, etc. Okay, and then if you share the video, you will be entered to win these folders called Greenery, plus the 3 cards I've made today. So sorry I said that wrong at the beginning. Hopefully you didn't click off at that time. Anyway, so let me catch up here. Lots of people hopped on. Darla. Lots of people saying happy birthday to Kelly Pate. Good morning, Gloria. Hey, good to see you. And Darla, thanks for sharing, Margie. Hey, Charlotte. Shirley, thanks for sharing. Vicky, good morning. Hey, Rhonda, good to see you. Elaine, good to see you. Mary Ann, Candy, hello. Oh, thank you, Marilyn. Oh, that was very nice. She said the kits are awesome and she can't wait to receive hers. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Karen. Thanks for sharing, Rhonda. So I'm glad you like the kits, Marilyn. And we do put a lot of pride into how we package our kits and all that stuff, and care and everything. And then hopefully the instructions are good, but if there's a question, just let me know. Okay, so news real quick. Live BOGO is tomorrow. We are social distancing. We're wearing masks. We have hand sanitizer. The room is huge, and it's local here in Midlothian, Texas. So you can still RSVP today. I have an email going out at 11 a.m. Central Time today to remind you, and click the link. But, and it is always first person in the door gets to go in the door first and shop. But anyway, we're still working out the details, but we're probably going to let you come in a few minutes early, wash your hands, and then file in and order at 10 a.m. when it starts. But we have hand washing required, and then masks while you're inside the building, and hand sanitizer provided, and we will all be wearing masks and all that stuff. So you should come. It's buy one, get one free. All of my retired merchandise, which I think I have it all gathered now. I finished that yesterday. It's so many boxes. I can't even count them, but they're piled up over here in this is the garage. So by the door that I would open to load my car. Box after box after box. Tons of designer paper, ribbons, stamps, bundles, dies, you name it. Punches, everything. So every dollar you spend on used stuff, you get equal dollars free from current merchandise. So if you pick $100 worth of stuff free from BOGO, then you buy $100 worth of stuff out of our current catalog, and the BOGO stuff, the used stuff, is free. $100 worth of free stuff, for example. Also, I will have my holiday catalogs tomorrow to hand out, so you will be the first to receive it if you're at BOGO. If you don't want to shop BOGO, can't come by, don't want to do that because of social distancing, you can still come pick up your catalog tomorrow if you want to get it first. I'll just bring them all with me, and that's just assuming no issues happen with UPS delivering them today. Okay, So live BOGO RSVP, it's 10 to 12:30 a.m. in Midlothian tomorrow. Okay, classes this month, they have been converted to go again. I did a customer survey and not enough people, which is totally understandable, were comfortable attending live. So that is good news for everybody that lives anywhere in the United States can take my classes. Each class only uses one stamp set, which means you don't have to buy a bunch of stuff to be able to make the projects once you receive them. Each class either includes product or is free with an order. Like, they're a really good deal. So let me tell you about them, and I'm going to show you the projects from last month's classes that were also to go, so you kind of see the way I did them. So the first two, well, first of all, they're all four. If you live in Midlothian, I mean, not in Midlothian, if you live local to me, you can pick up a tub of supplies. It's literally a plastic, like one of these, that will have everything in it that you need to make the cards or projects. So stamps, ink, if there's a punch you need, if there's dies you need, markers, I'm looking around the room to think of supplies, whatever you need to do it, except for your adhesive, like tape runner. We put dimensionals, glue dots, all that's in the tub with printed instructions. You take it to your house. You can check it out for 23 hours. I'll see you soon, Deborah. See you later. And then you stamp it and assemble at home, and then you return the tub to my porch. So every local customer has the opportunity to click the link and sign up for that for all four of these. Shipping is $7.50 for one or all. So if you take two, you pay $7.50 if you want it shipped. If you take three, you pay $7.50. If you take four or one, you pay $7.50. But you have to click the link and pay for that. For all four of these classes, we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything we possibly can for you. Only use one stamp set per class. There's a small exception, but I'll explain it. It's no big deal. The fee for each class includes a written PDF tutorial that's emailed out. Thank you, Bonnie. When you register, you can add on the stamp sets or bundles needed at a discount. That's optional. And then if you want instructions for all four of my classes, but you don't want to buy the materials, it's $30 for all four tutorials. So all of those options are in one link that you click on to RSVP. And it gets emailed out. I can message it to you, all that stuff. Just let me know if you need it. Of course, you can sign up for my email newsletter and get all that. Okay, so So the next two classes, card and scrapbook, the RSVP deadline is July 16th. Each class is $15 or free with a minimum order. If your minimum, or if you get it free with an order and it's over 50, free shipping per class. So that's a separate offer for each class. So if you take card class and you place an order for $50, basically the cards are free and I mail them to you for free. Make sense? Hopefully it does. Same for scrapbook class. So card class is 4 cards for $15. These are the ones from last month, free with a minimum order. We used only one stamp set last month. This month, we're using Fancy Phrases on page 126, and mine is coming today. I don't have Fancy Phrases yet, so I'm going to show you in the catalog real quick. It's on page 126, and it's a really versatile stamp set for more than one occasion. That's why I chose this one. And really pretty, and you can color in the flowers or not. So that's card class, and of course we'll use the coordinating punch, and you can add on the punch, the bundle, or just the stamp set if you need it. If you're a demonstrator, you can purchase that stuff from yourself, of course, all that stuff. By the way, my team gets all these tutorials free. Join my team for perks. Okay, so Fancy Phrases. Good. I think I said it all. So, let me just go through the cards from last month real quick. You can see how they only used one stamp set. And if you see anything embossed, die cut, whatever, we pre-did that for you. We use Landa. Although I do help with this class in cutting. Hey, everybody. Let me catch up real quick. And I'll hold up some cute scrapbook pages from last month here. Candy, good morning. Let me catch up. I said hi to Karen. Thanks for sharing. Rhonda, Janet in North Carolina. Good morning. Ooh, that's I don't like how that lighting does. Cindy, Karen, thanks for sharing. Cindy, thanks for sharing. Good morning, Betty and Pam in North Carolina. And Betty is watching in Oregon and shared. Thank you. Okay, so scrapbook class is 3 pages, 12 by 12, $15, free with a minimum order, $20. If it's 50, I ship them to you for free, or you can just pay the $15. So this month, these are the ones from last month. This month, we're going to use Tasteful Touches to make a 2-page layout. And it's going to be just kind of, hey, Madison, it's going to be kind of a generic, you know, family, masculine, feminine, any kind of page layout. But each month you make 3 pages. So last month we did this one. Super cute. And page 2 to that one. And of course, again, all this was die cut for you. These little swirls, the happy, the 4th, it's all die cut for you. The only thing we didn't die cut was the balloons because you had to stamp first. And then you made page 1 of this summer page, Happy Summer. So cute. We pre-punched these, what are those called? Popsicles for you and all that stuff. So, in July, you will make page 2. The only stamp you will need that's not from Tasteful Touches is a balloon stamp. And you can use any balloon you own. We'll pre-die cut these black strings. This will be pre-die cut. You know, we'll cut your paper. You'll just round the corners. And anyway, so hopefully that makes sense. The majority of the stamps will be from Tasteful Touches. And if you have a balloon punch, a balloon die, or a balloon stamp, you can make this page without, you know, even though it's not from Tasteful Touches. Hopefully that makes sense. Now the next 2 classes, everything's cut, die cut, punched, embossed, etc., except your designer paper or Memories and More kits when we include those. These 2 classes include at least $20 in merchandise with your fee, and these 2 have a deadline of July 13th. So we have the Celebrate Sunflowers sampler class. So I'm going to use Celebrate Sunflower stamp set to make a really pretty summery sampler. And then you're going to get some of this Celebrate Sunflowers designer paper with your fee. And so I just wanted to kind of show this paper real quick because it's so pretty. And you're going to get ribbon. I just need to make sure the ribbon I want to use comes back off a back order, which I think it is. It'll be fine. I'm just showing this quickly, but it's super pretty, bright, you know, fun colors, all that stuff, and lots of images there. So a sampler, can't do that, is a 12 by 12 framed art. You provide your own frame. This is the one from last month, which I think turned out, in my opinion, really well with the, oh, I forgot the name, so I'm not going to say it. But with this stuff, and sorry about the lights reflecting on this glass. But again, we cut, punch, die cut, whatever we can for you. It is $28. It includes over 20 in merchandise, and then you can add on that shipping if you want. So yeah, I think that's what I need to say about that class. And then, last but not least, Stamp a Stack. This is $30. We cut everything for you except your designer paper. These are the ones from last month. That was, yeah, I said that. So I sent my customer email yesterday, and I typed everything up, so like it takes forever. And then I completely left out what you're getting with the fee for the Stamp a Stack. But we are using, this is what I'm showing in my Facebook Live today, not the Stamp a Stack cards, but I'm using in the cards I'm going to make for you today, Forever Fern Bundle. So you're going to see lots of this today. Well, this is what we're using in the Stamp a Stack. So when I turn the camera down and show you all the stuff, I'm sure I'll be using these folders on your projects for Stamp a Stack, the designer paper you're going to see, the ribbon you're going to see, and even more. Because this suite comes with a lot of stuff. But, thanks for sharing, Sharon. With the fee, what I left out of the email, and this is, of course, it changes if stuff becomes unavailable from Stampin' Up. A half a pack of the Forever Greenery designer paper, a half a pack of Forever Gold laser cut paper, which I don't even have yet, just because I don't have it yet, but it's gorgeous. I've seen it. A half a pack of gold hoops, and a half a pack of Forever Greenery ribbon. So that's over 20 in merchandise. Just left it out of the email. So these are the cards from last month. This one looks so much better in person. You just have to see it. And you make 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each. Again, we cut, die cut, emboss, etc. for you, and then you stamp and assemble with your own stamp. So you'll need the Forever Fern stamp set. Okay, so those are the 4 monthly classes that normally are live, but for several months now they have not been live. Other upcoming events, I have my, thank you Helen, my retreat in a box, and it is basically a mega class. It's awesome. You get a bunch of gifts, you get $50 in merchandise, you get a goodie bag, like a literal bag, usually with your name on it now. That's not like a promise guarantee, but it's been working out well. Your pillow gifts are made for you, over 50 in merchandise, an opportunity to add on extra classes. Thank you, Charlotte. She loved last month's Stamp-A-Stack. A chance to win door prizes, at least 8 make and take projects where we cut, die cut, emboss. You just cut your designer paper. Shipping is included, and it's $90. So do the math, $50 in product plus tax and shipping. Shipping for me to mail all this to you, a bunch of gifts, all the projects we cut for you. It's a great deal. With our make and takes, and we haven't designed them yet, but we usually do a sampler, and these are always different from any other classes we've done. Thank you, Helen. Sampler, she says retreat in a box rocks. 12 by 12 scrapbook pages, cards, and sometimes a gift bag box, etc. So we do a big variety of projects. We're using the Flowers for Every Season suite. So you will get lots of this product with your fee. You will use both of the stamp sets to make your projects, Jar of Flowers and Celebrate Sunflowers. Most people already own these stamps by now, but if you don't, you can get them or add them on when you register. So $90 for that. If you take that and you add on any classes, hey Chris, you don't pay extra shipping for the classes. But say you don't want retreat in a box and you only want 1 or more of these classes, then you just will add shipping one time for 1 or more classes. So all the classes are $30. They include over $20 in product. All product subject to change based on availability. That's just the standard disclaimer now for all classes. But you'll still get $20 in product. We just may have to change it at the last minute and say, look at this cute ribbon instead of this one. We cut, punch, die cut, etc., except for your Memories and More cards and your designer paper. And of course you get step-by-step tutorials with the measurements and all that for all of this. If you can purchase, if you want, the retreat in a box and all 4 class tutorials for only $30 if you don't want the paper and stuff. Okay, so we have Jennifer's Boho Indigo Stamp-A-Stack for retreat in a box. So that is going to use this stamp set, Lovely You, which a lot of you have, and you can add it on or purchase it. And then the Boho Indigo Product Medley add-on kit, or refill kit. So I was excited to see this in person. You get these cute flowers. There's 2 different sizes, and they're kind of like a fabric almost. They're stiff. They're not like hard, but they're stiff and kind of like a fabric. Then you get all this stuff. And all this for $30, plus we cut and prep the 12 cards for you. Let me make sure it's 12. Yes, 4 designs, 3 of each. Hey, Oma. So these are the, like, oh, you can't see it, but die cuts. Shouldn't have done that, but where they poke out. So you get 2 of each design here. These are gold, of course. I'm skipping the duplicates. So 2 of each of those, 2 sheets. And then these did not show up well in the photo I've been posting. So let's see if we can see it on the video. Maybe not either. I might need to show it when I turn the camera down. But these are very vanilla and they're embossed. Oh, that you can see that one. Oh, I don't see that one. And then there's this design. Little diamonds. Okay, let me just put them down here and try to show it when I turn the camera down. And then all this boho indigo designer paper. It's gorgeous. I was like, how should I do this? So I think yeah. Okay, so I already turned them. So I'll just show you all the designs real quick. It's kind of like, I know this is like a pattern. Hey, Danielle. That's popular, but I don't know the name of it. But it's almost like, what is the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. It's not gingham, but I don't know. There's a word, isn't there, when you have blue like this? So pretty. This is in our annual catalog, this kit. And that's 48 sheets total of that paper. So that's what that class is for, and you can take only that class, like I said, or whatever combo you want. Delft. Okay, I don't know that word, Jean, but that definitely could be a description of it. I mean, I'm not good with stuff like that, but it's definitely a style for sure. Okay, so that is that one. I'm also doing the Tasteful Touches sampler class, so I haven't done a sampler with this one yet, so that'll be a sampler class. It will include Tasteful Touches designer paper, In Good Taste elements, and ribbon. And then April's doing a Stamp-A-Stack Christmas class, and you'll make 12 cards, 3 designs, 4 of each. And that's going to include red rhinestones, gray shimmer ribbon, silver foil sheets, and envelopes. It's with the Peaceful Boughs stamp set. And then April's doing the Forever Greenery class. Can't talk. And you're going to make, and that's what I'm using today, Forever Greenery. So you'll see it a bunch in a minute. You're going to make a 6x6 mini album plus 2 cards with that class. So, and that's going to include designer paper, gold laser trim, ribbon, etc. Don't forget, each class, $30, includes 20 in merchandise. And of course we substitute if it's not available. Deft China, that's what it is. China patterns. Thank you, Janet. I don't know China patterns, obviously, so I don't know that name. But yes, that's what it reminds me of, blue China. I knew it was something. Thank you. So it's really pretty. Y'all should get it. It's a whole kit also that you can get for $70 that includes a stamp set, dies, ribbon, all kinds of stuff. Or you can buy the refill kit. I'm not using the stamp set that's $70 in case people don't want that or can't afford it. But I'm using this stamp set, but I will pre-die cut for you, Orlando will, with the dies that come in the kit. These awesome vases. So it's a good deal with that class. Okay, prices and deadlines. Tutorials only for all $30. Retreat in a box, $90. Each class, $30. You can add on shipping if you only do classes. Deadline, sign up and order by July 28th and pay. Expected to ship approximately August 17th at the latest, and tutorials are sent out on August 17th or whenever stuff is mailed if it's earlier. Okay, crafting cruise. Yes, it reminds me of denim too, Chris. Crafting cruise, we're still doing that. So, you know, knock on wood so far. It's not till October, the end of October. October 25th through November 1st, Liberty of the Seas out of Galveston. Any info you need on that, let me know. I can hook you up. And of course, you can join my email list for info on all of this stuff in general. And then you'll get much more with links and, you know, just much more info there. Stampin Up Specials. So we have an awesome special that started July 1st, yesterday, called Bonus Days Coupons. They've been doing this the last several years, and it's for every $50 anyone spends, me as a demonstrator, you as a customer, you know, whoever, for every $50 spent, you get a $5 off coupon, anything you want next month in August. They expire in August, you have to spend them. at that time, and this goes through August 3rd, and then August 4th is when demonstrators can order the new die cutting machine, the big one from Stampin' Up. So that's what I will be using my coupons for. But and then customers can order from our new holiday catalog in August. So either way, you have something awesome to spend those $5 off coupons on. And you know, that's pretty much it. No restrictions. Just make sure you don't order $45 or $49 or $48. Make sure you order 50 or more if you're close to that amount, or if you're close to 100. Don't do 95 because you don't want to miss out on that. And then, of course, it's always a good time to join Stampin' Up as a demonstrator. Hey, Jewel, let me catch up for a second here because I've just hit like a couple of people randomly. Hannah. Now I'm trying to remember who I said hi to. Thanks for sharing, Elaine. Hey, Hannah, good morning. Good to see you. Landa, good morning. Landa's probably cutting and watching at the same time because there's always something to cut for. Thanks for sharing, Karen and Cindy. Hey, Betty. Hey, Pam. I feel like I said hi to some of you guys, but can you buy just the PDFs? Yes, Marilyn. $30 for all 4 tutorials. And when you click the link to sign up for the classes, that's where that option is. So it's one link no matter what you want to take. And I think you get my customer emails, but if not, just let me know. I can send you the link, or you can sign up for my email list. Carol's in line at the bank watching. Love it. Good morning, Sherry. Sharon said, thanks, Elaine, for reminding her. I get it now. Hey, I said hi to Helen. Dana, good morning. Chris, Oma, Danielle. Thanks for that info, Janet, by the way, on what that blue was. I knew I was thinking of something. Hey, Jewel. Hey, Pam. Okay, awesome. Yep, Landa says, yep, she's cutting and watching. I knew it. Okay, so it's always a good time to sign up and get our starter kit because, first of all, it's always the best deal. $99 plus tax for $125 in anything you want. Right now, literally today, y'all can click the link and follow the steps and not buy the kit, but you can view all the holiday catalog merchandise because you can add that to your kit. So I always post the link and the instructions on the description of this video when it's done, and that will tell you how you could view the holiday catalog stuff. And don't forget, if you attend my BOGO tomorrow, you're going to get your catalog there, the real one. And by the way, how I distribute my catalogs in general is my face-to-face live customers usually just get them from me the next time I see them. So you can come pick it up off my porch. You can attend an event. If you've taken a class where I'm mailing you stuff, I try to remember who needs them to put them in there. And long distance customers get them mailed out by Stampin' Up. Like I choose and pay for it and they mail them out. It is costly. That's why I do mail them only to long distance when possible. But anyway, that's how that works. So I'm going to have, FYI, everybody, I should have the new catalogs at some point today. So once I have them, you can send me a text and say, hey, can I come get it? And of course, y'all know I will put it out in the basket. So yes, you can. Okay, so if you join Stampin' Up, you get a discount for at least 3 months, sometimes longer. You're not required to take the discount. You're not required to order, sell. You're not required to do any of it, but you can if you like. So basically, there's no obligation, but there's perks. Like we get to order from stuff early. We'll get to order the new machine early if we choose. We get all the benefits, like we get the bonus days coupons, we get host benefits, any Stampin' Up specials, and then we get our discounts on top of that. Like for example, with bonus days coupons, if I placed a $100 order, I get my discount on that, but I get credit for the full 100 for the coupons. So it's Stampin' Up's just an awesome company. By the way, I didn't see if they're sold out yet, but if any of y'all remember, this mini trimmer was a recruiting special during celebration in January. So you got this free if you joined. Well, now they have some left and they're $10 only demonstrators can buy them. So if you want one of these, buy the starter kit and then purchase this for 10 bucks. Any questions, just let me know. Of course, with my team, we do monthly meetings. Currently, they're only online. Normally, they're Facebook Live and in person. We have one Saturday for on Zoom, I should say. And we're doing a fun mystery project that's everything's optional. You don't have to go to the meeting. You don't have to do this stuff, but it's fun. But we have a mystery project activity. We have a team Facebook group where we do creative challenges that are optional. We have business challenges. We have card swaps and more. Optional business training, all that stuff. Okay, so enough about that. Almost, I think, yeah. 2 little more things and then we'll get started stamping. Paper pumpkin, don't forget, it's the summer nights. Summer nights. Sign up by July for a monthly box that comes to your house in a cute box. Hopefully the post office doesn't destroy it, but we can't control what the post office does, or UPS. But anyway, in your box every month, this is the one for last month. I haven't seen July's in real life yet. You receive instructions. You get, it's all wrapped up like a gift in tissue paper. You get your instructions. You get a stamp set that's exclusive. Can't buy it anywhere else. You get an ink. You get accessories, different every time. And then all the supplies and materials to make whatever the projects are. Sometimes they're cards. Sometimes they're gifts and different things like that. But they now pretty much are telling us if it's gonna be cards or gift bags or whatever. So in July, you have to sign up or pre-purchase by July 10th to get July's kit for summer nights. In your kit, you will have a stamp set, ink, and all the supplies to make 9 postcard style cards with matching or with coordinating envelopes. And you will receive die cut tea light bags, which you can kind of see a sneak peek of on this flyer here. And then if you want, you can purchase separately. You just purchase it through me on my online store or contact me to order it for you. This add-on kit that's $10, and it's these, you can tell from the picture, at least in my opinion, that they're going to be really pretty, colorful card bases that you can use with the stuff that came in your kit to make even more projects. And of course you could use them without that kit as well. And Sharon said the June kit was quick and fun, and that actually, it was specifically designed to be quick. They're always supposed to be quick, but that one was designed to be extremely quick. So I haven't made mine yet, but I believe Sharon. She makes hers every month. Okay, so what did I want to read? Did I put it on here? Oh yeah, so it said don't miss out on the fireworks, fireflies, and fun. So to me, that's a hint of what the designs will look like, which I think fireflies and fireworks will be very cute. Okay, so to sign up, you go to a link I will post, and you do that by July 10th. They are always while supplies last. We usually don't run out, but you never know. And then that is to subscribe. It's $22 a month plus tax. That includes shipping to get the box until you put it on hold or cancel it, which you can do at any time. Or option B, you can go to my online store and click to purchase but you add it to your cart and buy a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, or 12 month prepaid subscription, meaning it's not month to month. You pay it all at once, and when it ends, it ends. That is, 1 month is $21 plus tax and shipping on all of these. 3 is $63, so there you get your bonus days coupon. 6 months, $114, or 12 months, $220. So you can use those as a purchase toward a class fee, toward my monthly online ordering special, toward host benefits, all that stuff, if you do the prepaid. So any questions on that, just let me know. Thanks for sharing, Cindy. Good morning. Okay. Last but not least, I already talked about this, so just that quick reminder, when you order online with me, order online, separate from classes, of course, in July 2020, you'll get a class, if it's $25 or more, with the host code, you get a class kit to make 4 cards using the prized Peony stamp set. There are dies that match this, and we will be using those as well, and we will pre-die cut what's necessary for you. And the dies make a beautiful flower just out of the dies, and so we'll do at least 1 card with those. They'll be pre-die cut for you. You'll just glue them together with the instructions and assemble. So 25 or more, free class packet to make 4 cards that will be mailed to you in August. And if it is 50 or more, you'll also get a free full accessory. Okay, I'm going to point the camera down and see if I can align this. If you watch me, you know I always have trouble with that. I practiced it this morning, but I don't know why it always seems to be in a different spot when I turn the camera down than where when I practiced it was. Okay, so I wanted to test and see if we could see this boho indigo embossed paper any better. Yeah. Okay, so you get 2 sheets of each of these. I talked about this earlier if you missed it. And I just wanted y'all to see how cool this paper is. And it's really thick. It's not like very vanilla cardstock. It's thicker than the cardstock. So you get 2 sheets of each of those, and we'll use those in our card designs for the Stamp-A-Stack. Okay, so these are basically the supplies I'm going to be using today. Don't forget, when you share the video today, comment that you shared, and you will be entered to win these embossing folders. They're called Greenery. They're currently on back order only until July 13th, so not very long, and then hopefully we'll be good to go with those. But you can win a free set if you win the drawing for sharing. So we're going to use those. We're going to use the Forever Fern bundle, which is on low inventory. These dies are low inventory. They are called Forever Flourishing. So once they become back ordered, then they're back ordered. So you're going to want to try to get those if you want them before they go on back order, of course. And then Forever Fern stamp set. But I also am using these dies. They're called Hippo and Friends. And if you haven't seen these yet, they are amazing. So I wanted to make sure I showed you them here at the beginning. Because yes, they make a cute hippo that can also, yeah, I guess it is a hippo. That can, here's the hippo. Then there's a horse that can be a unicorn. And then a little sheep. There's also a butterfly that you can die cut out. So there's all these adorable animals, right? Here's the stamp set that goes with it, which I'm not using today. But look at all these shapes. And we are using, I think maybe all, I can't remember now what I ended up, but I know we're using this shape today and this shape for our greetings and possibly that one. So these Hippo and Friends dies are a must-have even if you're not into the stamp set, which is adorable, but you may not be into it. Okay. So I'm going to use the dies. I'll put the stamp set aside. This is the Forever Greenery ribbon combo. And as you can tell, I have used all of my gold twine that comes with it. So I'm not using that today because this is not orderable until approximately July 6th. Just a few days and you can order this ribbon. Now sometimes those dates are pushed back a few days depending on shipping and stuff. But anyway, and then it comes with this ribbon that I didn't read what it's called, but it's loosely woven, and it's almost a very vanilla color. It's not, it's more off-white. I think it'll be great for a mummy during Halloween, or it even looks like a bandage, like if you have a broken leg or something. But anyway, I am going to use this today because I have enough left. It's called Forever Greenery Trim Combo. And we're going to use these awesome gold hoops, which just came back in stock. And I didn't know what the heck they were for when they came out, but now I'm going to use them on my card today. And almost last but not least, the Forever Greenery designer paper. And I'm actually only using a small amount on my cards today, but it's gorgeous paper. And don't forget, this is for my Stamp-A-Stack. We're doing this theme this month. And April is also doing a Stamp-A-Stack class, completely different designs, of course, for the retreat. So either one of those would be great to take. And then I'm using gold foil today since I don't have those other gold elements yet, just because I haven't ordered them. So that. Okay. So let me gather my supplies. And yeah, once I moved everything, I can see how crooked I am. As usual. Okay, so for the first card, there's always dirt on top of my stuff because I set it over to my side, to my right, for, when I'm finished designing, I put all the pieces over there on my right, and then the cat walks all over them, and they're covered in dirt. Anyway, Whisper White card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5, so you take your 8.5 by 11 and cut it in half. You can actually cut it either direction, and that will fit into a standard size envelope. Then we have Shaded Spruce that is 4 by 5 1/4, a scrap of white, a strip of Whisper White that is 1 inch by 5 1/4. No, is it 1? Let me grab my ruler. I don't remember what I did. Yeah, 1 inch by 5 1/4, a scrap of Blackberry Bliss, a 1/2 by 4 inches gold foil, and the rest of these in my hand I've pre-done for you guys, so I'll hold that off for a second. So from the dies, I want to grab out from the Forever Greenery dies this beautiful image here that just die cuts out a nice embellishment for your cards. So cool. These open ones coordinate with images from the stamp, but there are several that just give you detail. So I'm going to die cut that, and then from the Hippo and Friends, I'm going to use the smallest of this shape here for my greeting. And then embossing. I'm going to use, I can't remember if I ended up using this embossing folder today, but I used this one on at least 2 of the cards. So I'm going to use this embossing folder. Okay, so what do we do first? Just to get it out of the way, we're going to fold our card base in half. And then if you're really stamping at home, I recommend you stamp the back with handmade, made by, made with love, whatever. Fold it with a bone folder, not your finger. Stamp on the back, handmade, made with love, whatever, and sign your name so everybody knows who made the card. Check the direction. Does your card go this way or this way before you stamp the back? And then set that aside. And now I'm going to grab the die cutting machine. So I still have the Big Shot. Next month, I will be able to order one, I believe, because I own like 7 Big Shots because I do large classes. I will be able to order one of the new machine. Maybe more. I don't know. I assume we'll be limited to 1 at first. Anyway, but for now I have the Big Shot. If you have a Big Shot or you need a die cutting machine, the Big Shot does work with all of our dies and embossing folders, and will continue to work with them in the future. So you don't have to get a new machine. You just can. So I have the magnetic platform and then a clear cutting pad that's no longer clear. It's all cut up on. And then I will place my cardstock on here to die cut it out. And I don't know how well you can see that. So let me pick it up real quick. But you can put multiple pieces as long as you don't overlap the paper and all that on at one time. And I'm going to die cut these out. For this white piece, I could stamp my greeting first and then die cut it out to position it better. And I put a clear pad on top. Sorry, I forgot to say that. Clear one on top. It's nice and clean, so it doesn't leave impressions in your paper. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I could have stamped first and then die cut it to position it better, but just in case I mess up to save you guys time. So you're going to see how awesome the Stampin' Up dies are. They cut so well. Just pull that out, and then there are little pieces in the center that you need to take out. And then you have that beautiful flower. Now, for embossing, the magnetic platform does not work, so I'm going to remove that. Keep these two plates. These folders are the regular. They're thin. So that means they go between two clear cutting pads. And of course, our new die cutting machine will come with all the plates you need to do everything. Magnetic will be sold separately later, but you don't have to have that to die cut. So I'm going to put this cardstock in the folder. So as you see, the folder's smaller, so you use that in your design. So I designed this card so that the images are on the left of the cardstock. Having trouble doing it, holding it so far from me for some reason. And this part won't be embossed. You could do it in the center, you could run it through twice, whatever, but I'm doing it this way. So then I have the regular platform on bottom, clear cutting pad, folder with the folded end going into the machine first, and then clear cutting pad on top. With this one, it doesn't matter if your pads are all cut up because they are not actually touching the paper. It's inside the folder. And then, gorgeous. Okay, and I think, I probably am wrong, but I think that is all I have to demo with the die cutting today. I think I pre-did the rest, but we shall see, because I'm forgetful. Okay, so now we're ready to stamp and assemble. So we're stamping on these two pieces. We're gonna bring in 3 of our stamps from Forever Fern. The greeting to a friend that makes me smile. And then this image here and the little splatter image. I think they're, oh, I should also have this image. Forgot that one. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is, and these are the colors I'm using for all 4 cards today total. Shaded Spruce, Blackberry Bliss, Pear Pizzazz, and Pretty Peacock. So for this card, I'll use Shaded Spruce and Blackberry Bliss. So I'm going to open Shaded Spruce first. There's my monthly host code, by the way, for that online ordering special. And I want to stamp this leaf on here. So basically what I'm making is my own designer paper. And it's going to look like I cut it out of a sheet where everything was pre-printed. So just make sure you have scratch paper underneath so you can stamp off the edges. And try not to stamp on these parts. And then just stamp the beautiful flowers. This is one of those stamp sets. I believe it's one of our distinctive where you get all the variations, light and dark, with one stamping. It's like magic. Then I'm going to add, I think I'm done with this color actually, with Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to add these cute berries images. And if you guys, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't seen all the samples on Pinterest with this stamp set, you should check it out because it's amazing what you can do with these simple stamps. So there's that. Look how just gorgeous they stamp. So detailed. I mean, it looks like an artist colored it. Anyway, and then with the splatter, I'm going to ink it up in Blackberry Bliss. By the way, always stamp, always ink, hey Mary Beth, very gently on our ink pads. Not hard enough to get ink on the block. Stamp it off on scratch paper, and then I'm just going to fill in lots of splatter. But I didn't want it as dark as these flowers. And that's pretty much that. I struggled with this card when I was making mine, like with the design, and that filling in of the splatter was what it needed. It was too stark, too white. And then the greeting will be in Blackberry Bliss. I actually have another one of these in case I really mess up my stamping. We'll see. It's good enough. And if you guys share the video today, you will be entered into a drawing to win all the cards I'm going to make today, plus those 2 Greenery embossing folders. So don't forget to comment after you share. Okay, I'm going to use a gold hoop on this one. And linen thread. Forgot about that. So I'm going to make a linen thread bow. Okay, so let me get started assembling this card. So first I'm going to attach my piece I made with our new Stampin' Seal. Take off the lid. I almost flew through that across the room. This is a stronger adhesive than snail. It is, I'm going to put this all the way to the right edge and cover up that unembossed part. It's stronger than snail. It's also just a slightly different touch when you're using it. So if you have it and you're not used to it yet, that's normal with all of us. And I kind of am doing the check mark thing, even though they say you don't have to. So I'm going to place this gold along the bottom here. I just want to make sure I had it high enough so that greeting will be like not cut off when I place it on top of there. Oh, I did this when I made my sample too. This is supposed to get tucked under both of those. So let me grab my silicone craft sheet. This is to keep adhesive from getting all over my scratch paper when I'm putting adhesive on something skinny. And I'm just going to put little pieces of Stampin' Seal in different spots on this image, but I'm not going to cover the whole thing because it's not necessary. I like to get the tips, you know, that would catch if you were, you know, touching the card, and also the, what am I trying? Oh, larger parts in the center. Okay, let's see if I can do this. This was supposed to get tucked under both of these. Yeah, I think with the paper being embossed, you can lift it up a little bit easier. This just shows you how nobody's perfect, and or how you get nervous when you're making a video, and both are fine. So there's that. Then the gold hoop, I actually, when I made my sample, I put everything together and then I was like, oh, I forgot to use the gold hoops. So I like peeled it back up and put this under here. But this time I'm going to do it in the correct order. So I need to use my greeting as a measurement, and then I'm going to grab mini glue dots. And I don't want these to show, so I'm going to put one in a spot, and then I'll put another one just a little bit, you know, about this distance from it. So there's a huge section that's going to be exposed on this card that where the glue dots are not going to be placed, if that makes sense. So there we go, just like that. I'm not concerned that the glue dot is bigger than that because all that's going to be hidden under here. And then Stampin' Dimensionals for my greeting, and then I'll make a bow with my linen thread. So Stampin' Dimensionals, they're here somewhere. I'm just going to cut. How's everybody doing? Hey, Tommy. Thanks for sharing, Janet. I'm going to try to catch up here. Hey, Mary. Good to see you. What is the name of the stamp set again, Margie? It's called Forever Fern, and it's gorgeous. If you want to look at other ideas on Pinterest, type in Stampin Up Forever Fern. And when I do that, just me, when I do that kind of search, I don't use the apostrophe or the exclamation mark or any of that. No punctuation. I just put Stampin Up Forever Fern, 4 different words. or whatever you're looking up. And that's where you'll see so many like gorgeous ideas and stuff with it. I mean, I like my ideas, and I have a few extra samples to share with you guys today, but even more on Pinterest. So Forever Fern. And then the bow. So I'm going to make a double bow out of this linen thread. So I'm going to fold it over onto itself. I like to leave my ribbon on the bow, on the roll when possible, to not have any waste. And then I'm going to tie a bow, and it's always looks crazy when you first make a bow. Well, when I first make a bow. And then I will just trim off all of these loose ends here. I have non-sticky scissors and sticky scissors. Did y'all see what I just did? I grabbed, oh, I messed it up completely. I pulled it with when I moved the scissors. Redo. I also have some kind of ink on my fingers now. I think blackberry, so I feel like I'm using dirty hands with you guys. They are clean. Okay, Charlotte, there's a lot of Forever of depth, definitely. Ooh, you got it in your starter kit, yay. I'm trying to catch up to see if I missed anything. Hey, Stacy, Tommy, good morning to you guys. Peggy, I'm glad you like this paper. Thanks for sharing, Sherry. Okay, so I think I caught up there a little bit. As always, if you're on here live and I don't say hi to you, it's not on purpose. It's because the post went past me and I messed up and missed it. Okay, so here we go. We're just about finished with this card. And again, this adhesive is much stronger than snail, so I'm not going to put any here like I normally would in the past. It should hold. Smooth it down because it was kind of bumpy with the embossing. And there is the first card. What do y'all think? I like it. Let's see. Thank you, Mary Ann. Thank you, Tommy. Helen, thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Betty. And Pat and Mary Beth. You should be inky when you're stamping. I usually am not. Last week, I think, or it was on something recently, I stuck my hand in a black Memento black pad when I was on making something for people. I don't remember where. And then, yeah, now I've got, but, I mean, you're right, Mary Beth, but still. I try to stay clean. Okay, next card. This one is, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, the simplest of the three today. So we have our Whisper White card base, 5.5, 8.5, 4 by 5 1/4 pear pizzazz, a strip of Whisper White. I'm going to measure it if I can find my ruler. It is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and then it was embossed with the Greenery embossing folders. And then I pre-die cut, oh, I didn't bring these dies over here, but from the Tasteful Labels dies, which are also amazing. Just like I think you need Hippo and Friends, I think everybody needs Tasteful Labels dies. I forgot to bring the set over here. No, I lied. This isn't, oh, I'm confusing myself. I didn't use Tasteful Labels. I used Hippo and Friends. Y'all, can you tell I get easily confused? There's a similar one in Tasteful Labels, but it's not that shape. So I pre-die cut that one. I haven't, this was actually my first time using Hippo and Friends on a project. So, that's why I got confused. But this is Tasteful Labels, and see how I got confused? This is a similar shape, but it is not the same. So there you go, just to explain myself. And I've been using Tasteful Labels so much that that's natural to say that's Tasteful Labels. Anyway, pre-die cut that from my scrap that you saw at the very beginning. And so as you can tell, I pre-embossed, so you don't have to watch that portion. And then I also pre-die cut 2 from gold foil of that same leaf image, greenery, whatever we want to call it, that I used on the first card. So I pre-die cut those for you guys to save time. So this card, I'm going to do my card base. Don't forget to stamp and sign the back. And I'll set this aside. And then I'm going to stamp on this piece with another image from the set. It's just a more, like a larger image. And in Pear Pizzazz ink. I don't know if that has ink on it, so I don't want to mess anything up here. I need my scratch paper again to be able to catch the edges, because this is going to go down the center, so I basically want to decorate these edges here, the left and right side. So I'm not pressing hard when I ink up my stamps, but I am making sure I touch the stamp everywhere on the ink pad. So you may have to move it around to get some good even inking. But again, even Pear Pizzazz on Pear Pizzazz, you can see all that detail. It's so awesome. Janet always gets inking, no matter how careful. Oh, thank you, Tommy. I just use the bone folder to fold my card base in half, but that's actually because I'm kind of lazy. I'm going to use this stamp again when I do the greeting. So that was Pear Pizzazz ink, and I'm also going to use Pretty Peacock on this card. And that's for the greeting. So this card is going to say, love and laughter forever after. So obviously that can be wedding, but there's other reasons you could use a card like this, or a greeting like this. Again, hopefully I'll, yeah. So even though it's red rubber, it's pretty easy to stamp those, you know, straight. And then I'm just going to add some greenery around this image with Pear Pizzazz. And it actually has a natural curve right there that you can sort of use to go around those words. And I just did that on both sides. So then that looks like that. And then I'm going to make a bow. I have the gold. I have all the pieces. I'm going to make a bow from this ribbon. But what I'm going to do is tie the bow just to show you guys how, and then use this bow because I don't want to waste, because this is temporarily unorderable. And I made a bow for another card yesterday, or whenever I made these for Facebook, that ended up being an ugly card that got rejected, so I didn't use that bow. Anyway, I make 2 bunny ears. Nice, lots of room in between the 2 bunny ears, not like this. And then I cross my right, I'm right-handed, so I cross my right over the left, make that little ribbon shape, and then tuck that right ear down into the bunny hole. This ribbon's really easy to work with. And then shape my bow and trim it off. But I have that pre-made one because of the reason I told you. So now I just have to assemble. So I'm going to start with my embossed Whisper White. And put that right in the center of the cardstock. I'm going to mess with my adhesive here. It did something to me. So I don't know what happened, but I have a refill. And anyway, it's just going to go right there in the center. I don't know what I did, but we're going to go with this one. I just want a little bit right there in the middle as well, even though, again, it's very strong adhesive. Okay, and then no ribbons going around the back or anything like that, so I can attach this to my card base. And the measurements I'm giving y'all, especially, of course, this is for new stamper information, are pretty much standard measurements that people use. The 5.5 by 8.5 for the card base, and then 4 by 5 1/4 for the front. And then you just keep going down 1/4 of an inch all the way down. For actually what I did for this card, to attach these two pieces, I attached them here. I just put, and I know my greeting's going to go across the center and cover this up. So I just put adhesive right there directly on the card. And it just saves me a minute of time. And then I put a little bit more on top of that one. And I'm okay with these being loose. You may not be. You could do it the way I showed you the first time. You could tack a glue dot under there, or whatever you want. That's how I did it, and I think it looks pretty with the movement, and it's just a delicate card. Ooh. And then we're going to use Stampin Dimensionals. That might be UPS because I placed a one-day order yesterday, which means in where I live, I should say, it's supposed to be here by noon. And of course, because we could order from our holiday catalog yesterday is one reason I did that. The other reason is my team meeting is Saturday, and I order lots of prizes and giveaways and other things for the team meeting, recognition, all that stuff. And I needed all that stuff to be here by Saturday, the meeting Saturday. But tomorrow's a holiday for UPS. Anyway, that might be why my dogs are barking. So Stampin Dimensionals on the greeting. That's just going to go right across the center. And then our little bow with the glue dot. So it seemed like this card was really fast, but of course I pre-did the die cutting and embossing. And I want that just kind of, just to make sure we can still see all the words. So there are those two cards. Tell me what you think. Nice and simple. Thank you, Trudy. I like the dies in this set also. Yeah, this, Mary says it's a great background stamp. Definitely. You can, I mean, again, you'll see what other people have done as well. You can combine all of these images to make just your own designer paper, basically. So gorgeous. Thank you, Sherry and Joel, Mary. Oh, thanks for sharing, Chris. Mary Beth says I'm a mess. That's fine. Thank you, Mary Ann and Janet and Jackie and everybody else. Thank you so much. So that is a solution, by the way, the gold foil, and just use the amazing die cuts that come in this set. I die cut one of these in gold, but I just didn't end up using it on a card. Or did I? I don't remember. But yeah, you can die cut gold pieces too if you don't have that foil die cut out paper that we carry. Okay, so one more card to go. And then I'm going to try to remember. Well, if I set them right here, I'll remember to show you guys these other samples that I have received from other people in swaps and stuff. So this last card, we have our Whisper White card base, same size. 4 by 5 1/4 Whisper White that I embossed the same way that I embossed the first card on the side there. And then some scraps, or a scrap, I should say, of Whisper White. And then a 3/4, triple check my measurements here, 3/4 of an inch by 2 3/4 Whisper White. That's a specific size for the greeting. And then I'm going to use a gold hoop. Man, sorry about my dogs if y'all can hear that. I'm going to use linen thread and the ribbon. So lots of stuff going on this card. So fold my card base in half. I like to do it on the table so that I can align the two corners and they don't slip. And then just use the bone folder to get a nice crease. Back of dimensionals there. Then this piece is already, oh, I forgot. Did I not cut it? Oh, here it is. I am using the piece of designer paper on this card. It's 2 inches by 5 1/4. Got scared there. Okay, so let me do my stamping first. On this scrap, I need 3 images, and we are using Shaded Spruce and Blackberry Bliss, and then they will get die cut out, but don't worry, I pre-did it just to save you time. So this different leaf here that I haven't used yet in Shaded Spruce, I need one of those. And then this leaf is, there are two, and each goes a different direction. So it depends on what, if you want it curving to this side or this side as to what you use on your card. So I needed the one curving to the right. Shaded Spruce. And then back to the little berries or whatever these are in Blackberry Bliss. And then those all get die cut out. And you saw me die cutting earlier, but of course when you do that, you will want to either cut them apart or use a sticky note across the dies, or die cut one at a time. But you just want to make sure they stay in place and the dies don't stick to each other with magnetism. Yeah. So, but each one has a die that fits right on top of it, and then you die cut it out. Okay. I was looking to see if I used that other shape I told you guys for that greeting, but I did not. So, die cut those out. You will have, I'm looking for, I stuck them all to a sticky note so I wouldn't lose them. You'll have one of each leaf there. And then I also used another die from this set and die cut out this little leaf guy, sprig, whatever it's called. But same with these, there are 4. 2 go one direction and 2 go the other direction. So make sure you cut out the ones you want going in the correct direction. 2 are exactly the same, and these 2 are exactly the same. So that means you can cut more than one at a time, which is nice. So that's with the gold foil. And then our greeting is going to say, you can do this in Blackberry Bliss. Unstick. And ta-da. Okay, so this card, we don't want to glue the base down, or the 4th of a sheet piece down yet, because it is going to get some ribbon going behind it. So I'm going to attach the designer paper first. And I did not put this all the way to the left this time. I left a little bit of that white that's not embossed exposed. Hard to see white on white. That paper is a little bit long, designer paper, so I'm just going to trim it a little bit. But if you saw me trimming a couple of weeks ago, I'm not very good at freehand trimming. So if you win these cards, whichever one ends up looking the best, this one or the one I made previously, is the one you'll win. Okay, I did better that time. Just wanted to trim off that little excess. Okay, then I'm gonna basically attach these images to my ring, kind of like a wreath. So I'm gonna use mini glue dots, but I'm gonna put the dots on, let me remember how I did this. It's still there. An alarm went off on my phone. I think actually I glued these together first and then attached them. Definitely don't attach the ring to your card yet, because I kept putting mine too far to the right, and then the flowers were sticking out where they wouldn't fit in an envelope. That's a side note. Okay, yeah, so I want to make my little design with these pieces. I'm going to grab my silicone just in case. And I want the blackberry berries on top of the green, and then next would be this smaller green, Shaded Spruce. So see how I'm just figuring out how they're going to go on there. Then the little gold one just goes right about there. It's actually sticking, but that's because of this adhesive, but it wouldn't stay permanently. So I'm gonna just take it off and add, I'm gonna add my glue dot directly to the gold hoop. And actually, I think I will just use one glue dot because I can secure these with Stampin Dimensionals. Okay, so it's not going to be centered perfectly, or anyway, and I'm not concerned with that. I just want it all to fit on the card. And let me grab Stampin Dimensionals. I flip this whole thing over, so basically I've got this one piece here, and grab some dimensionals, cut them in half, and I will overlap where the 3 or 4 leaves are, you know, layered over each other. I'll overlap all of that with dimensionals, and I'm going to add one here and here to balance it out. And as always, you don't have to cut your Stampin' Dimensionals in half. I just like to, so that's not required, of course. And then now I can place this on the card. And then, and this is just how I came up with doing this. I've seen a lot of cards similar to this, so there may be other techniques as far as the assembly portion. I don't know. This is how I did it. And then this ribbon is going to make this look like it's hanging on the card. So I'm just going to slip it under there, pull it up, and then trim it where it's long enough to wrap around the back. So that's that cool Forever Greenery trim combo pack that's coming back hopefully in about a week. Available to order in about a week. And then I want it at the top, adhesive on the back of the card, and just fold it over. That. This one's higher than my other one, but that's fine. I will leave it that way, but yours is actually going to look a lot better because it's much lower. That's fine. And then I'll add my greeting with Stampin' Dimensionals. Maybe we'll put this greeting in a different spot to balance this card out. Yeah, I went very high with that. And then I'm just going to add a bow and it will be done. Yeah, we'll put that up there. So this card will look a little different than the other one I'm going to show you. The bow. So I'm going to do another double bow. So let me hopefully be able to do this real quick since you've seen it already with the linen thread. The linen thread is a good substitute if you don't have that gold twine that comes with the trim combo right now. But once we can order more of that, I had it, but I used it all, then that would look pretty to replace the linen thread as well. But we crafters are always resourceful, and we just come up with another way to do stuff when something's not available. So there's my bow. Mini glue dot. And that kind of covers up the seam of all that stuff meeting down there at the bottom. And then I'll put this on my card base in just a sec, and it'll look something like that. I love it. So when you're not, and I'm gonna make sure I put adhesive on top of that ribbon as well. When you're not making a video or stamping in front of people, it's easier to remember to put the loop lower. So there you go. So let's just center that, and there is your last card. Now, here's the lower down version of the loop. A little bit, probably better that way, definitely. That's the one you can win. If you share, you might win it. Thank you, Oma. Thank you, Jackie. Oh, good, Cindy. I was the same, Cindy. I've had this sweet, like I pre-ordered it, which demonstrators can order stuff early. And this was the first time I used it to make these cards. So I was the same. I had it, but I had not used it yet. So I'm glad. And Cindy's a demo too, so she may be the same. Thanks for sharing, Oma. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Tommy. Sharon, I'm glad you hope you win the cards. Thanks, Chris, Trudy, Margie, sorry, Peggy. Thank you guys all very much. So let me bring in all 3 cards real quick. We'll do that, and then I'm going to show you these other samples, and then we'll be done. But thank y'all for tuning in today. If you're watching replay, you can still have a chance to win. Just say hi to be entered to win a card kit that I showed at the beginning, and share and say, share and comment that you shared to have a chance to win the 2 embossing folders I showed today, plus these 3 cards. And these will be the 3 that you can actually win. Not that funny when I made there. So those are the cards. I'm giving it a second so Facebook can screenshot this. But I have some pretty samples to show you from other demonstrators using the same stamps, you know, and supplies. And they may also have things that I don't own. So there's one. These are from, most of these are from swaps I have received. This one opens like that. Ooh. And I received it also, does it open? Oh, that's the card, which is fine. Just didn't know. I also, in the same exact card swap from a different person, received this one. This was Joyce Baracco. And if I can hold it the correct direction. Same stuff, same design, different colors and stamps and stuff. So that was funny. So we have this card, gorgeous. They all use the designer paper. Well, not all, but some of them used it more than me. But here's one with just stamping. Here's another, which is gorgeous. Just stamping, but embossing with vellum or on vellum. We have the gold hoop. And again, just stamping those images finishes off your card fine. Like, it's gorgeous. Here's one. Just some die cutting and embossing. I love this one. So simple. Easy. This is a swap I received from a team card swap. We do those monthly and they're optional, but if you participate, you get one of each card back. And look how gorgeous that is. These are all 3D. She die cut them out and popped them up on there. Gorgeous. That was from Barbara Ragsdale. And then there is one using the Hippo and Friends dies as well. So that's what I have for y'all today. I hope you liked it. I appreciate you watching, commenting, sharing. I appreciate your orders. I appreciate everything, your business. Half of you guys are on my team. So thank you. I just appreciate everybody. So thanks for everything. Y'all have a great week. I should be back live next Thursday at 9, but you'll see the email and the post here. Thank you for the hearts and stuff. If you're just popped on, it's about to be ready for replay, so you can watch it again. And on replay, you can skip the parts you want to skip and all that stuff. So thank y'all very much. Have a good one. I'm glad you guys like the cards. Thank you. See y'all later.